All right, today we're going to talk about something that hits home for, well, pretty much anyone with money in the market. Those wild price swings, the ups and the downs. We're going to see how getting through them isn't about having a crystal ball, but it's all about getting your mindset right. Let's dive in.
So, let me just ask you this straight up. The market's taking a nosedive. You see red everywhere. What is your plan? What's your immediate gut reaction? Are you hitting the sell button? Are you thinking maybe it's time to buy more? Or do you just shut the app and pretend it's not happening? It's a simple question, right? But your answer, it tells us a whole lot.
Because right there, in that moment, you're showing your cards. You're either operating like an investor who's focused on what something is truly worth in the long run, or you're acting like a speculator, just playing the short-term price game. And believe me, those are two totally different worlds.
First things first, we've got to get one thing straight. Market swings aren't a sign that the system is broken. It's not a bug, it's a feature. If you're going to own things that have the potential to grow, assets, you just have to accept that their prices are going to bounce around. It's really the price of admission for getting those potential returns.
And of course, not everything swings the same way. You've got short-term bonds, which are pretty tame. Then you move up to long-term bonds, things get a little more volatile. And then you've got common stocks where the potential for big swings is way, way higher. The source material puts it bluntly, a stock portfolio is almost certain to fluctuate. The whole point isn't to somehow avoid the swings, it's to expect them.
And this brings us right to the core of the advice here. You have to be prepared. And that doesn't just mean having enough cash on the side so you're not forced to sell. Though, yeah, that's super important. It also means being prepared psychologically. It's about building the mental toughness to look at a market downturn and see it not as a disaster, but just as a normal part of the process.
And that preparation, that mental prep, that's what lets you make a real choice when the market gets shaky. It's the choice that draws a clear line in the sand between being an investor and being a speculator. So, what really is the difference between these two?
Well, according to our source material, an investment is all about discipline. It's an operation that starts with thorough analysis, and the goal is to make sure you get two things. First, safety of principal, which is a fancy way of saying you don't lose your initial cash, and second, an adequate return over a long period. The focus is 100% on the real underlying value of what you own, not what the price is on any given Tuesday.
Speculation, on the other hand, is basically everything else. It's anything that doesn't meet those super strict standards. It's not about analyzing a company's health or its future profits. Nope. It's about betting on which way the price is going to jump next. The whole goal is to time the market, to try and nail that perfect buy low, sell high moment really, really fast.
Okay, so here's the absolute game changer in perspective. When the market drops, the investor thinks, awesome, the great companies I own are on sale right now. But the speculator thinks, oh no, the price is crashing. I gotta get out now before it goes to zero. They are looking at the exact same information, the exact same event, but they are seeing two completely different realities.
So, you've decided you want to play the long game. You want to be an investor. What does that actually look like? What's the playbook here? How do you make sure you're acting based on a plan instead of just reacting based on fear? See, the investor's mindset is a strategy in itself. You just accept that the swings are going to happen. You get your finances in order so a downturn doesn't force your hand, and you get your mind right so you don't panic. You keep your eyes fixed on the horizon, on that long-term goal, and you just hold on and ride out the storms you know are coming.
Okay, so now let's flip the coin and talk about that other path, because the source is pretty blunt about the very real danger that comes with trying to outsmart the market, with trying to be a speculator.
And let's be real for a second. The temptation to speculate is huge. We've all heard the stories, right? Someone gets lucky, times the market just right, and makes a fortune overnight. It sounds amazing. It's so easy to hear someone say, don't speculate, but man, is it hard to actually do that when you see prices going wild and you get that fear of missing out.
So, if you absolutely have to scratch that itch, the advice here is clear. Treat it exactly like a trip to Vegas. First, just go ahead and accept that you will probably lose this money. Seriously. Second, only play with a small amount of cash that you are 100% prepared to lose. And third, and this is the big one, keep that money completely, totally separate from your real, serious long-term investments.
So when you boil it all down, it just comes back to you. It's a personal choice about how you decide to see what's happening in the market and with your own money.
Here's the bottom line. You can't control the economy. You can't control what the headlines are going to say tomorrow. The market is going to do what the market is going to do. The one and only thing you have any real power over is how you choose to react to it. In this game, your mindset is everything.
So I'll just leave you with this.
The next time the market takes a dive, or even soars to a crazy new high, and you pull up your account, just ask yourself one simple question. Are you looking at a ticker symbol in some short-term guessing game, or are you looking at your piece of real, valuable businesses that you own for the long haul? What do you choose to see?